Are you tired of being overweight? Are you tired of being limited by what you can do because of your weight? Well, if you are, you're the only one who can do something about it. I'm the only one who can do something about my weight. Something happened to me in March of this year, and it changed my perspective. It changed the way that I think about myself, because, to be honest with you, I have a lot of negativity when I think about myself. I think about being overweight all the time. It's because it's me. I'm always thinking about it. I'm always worried about what's going to happen to me. In March of this year, I don't know what switched in my brain, but the desire to gain my life back, the desire to get healthy and lose this weight just overwhelmed me. And I knew that I had to do something. And it's going to be the same with you. And until you get to that place in your life to where you're miserable, you're tired, you don't want to go on, you just basically given up. That's the place that I was. And today, more than ever, that desire to lose weight, to gain muscle, to get healthy, to get my life back is present again. And there's a statistic that says that by the year 2030, which is only 5 years away from now, 1 in 4 people will be obese. And of those, 1 in 2 will be morbidly obese. So now more than ever is the time to get your life back, to get back on track, to want to do the things that you've always wanted to do, to make that a reality. The only thing that has kept me going this long is my dreams and my drive to want to be better. And now it's time to do something. Now it's time for me to grab life by the horns, if you will, and take advantage of the time that I have today. What can I do to better myself? I've got to lose the weight. And I am trying a very unconventional approach by doing prolonged water fasting. But my reasoning behind that is food for me is an addiction. Just like drugs may be for someone else, food is my addiction. And the more that I ate, the more I wanted. And that's the reason I chose to do prolonged water fasting, is to deprive myself of that food. And what I'm trying to accomplish and am accomplishing is breaking that mental stronghold that I have with food. And by doing prolonged water fasting, it's teaching me that I don't need to rely on food. As a matter of fact, I'm happier when I'm not eating. I feel better when I'm not eating. I have more energy because my body is running off of its own fat source rather than running off of sugar. and I'm not having the ups and downs that go along with sugar. I've got a constant energy source from my fat. And as long as I've got fat to burn, I'm going to have energy. I don't have to have food to have energy. And you can think of it like this. You think of it like a bear. Bear spends all summer, spring and summer, eating. He's packing on the pounds. He's packing on the weight. Because when it comes wintertime and he goes into hibernation, he naturally loses that weight again because basically he's fasting, and all the fat that he's stored up is his energy to take him through that hibernation. And when he reemerges the next spring, he's skinny again. Well, that's the same thing with us with water fasting. We've spent all this time packing on all this weight. I'm 36 years old. I've spent 33 of that packing on this weight. And I've got all of this stored up energy inside of me. And it's just sitting there waiting to be used. And that's what the prolonged water fasting is doing. It's using that resource. It's using that fat to keep me alive, to give me energy. And I've finally gotten to a point in my life to where I'm going to use this energy. I'm going to change my life. I've got goals. I've got aspirations. I've got dreams that I want to accomplish. And I'm not going to let my weight hold me back anymore. And that's the same place that you need to get to. You need to get that place. Now, from my highest recorded weight, which was back in 2022, to today, and I know between 2022 and March when I started this journey, I hadn't lost any weight. In fact, I was getting worse. It was hard to walk. It was hard to stand. And since I've started this journey in a little over a month, I'm down 70 pounds from my highest recorded weight. Now, like I said in the previous video, I didn't weigh when I first started this journey. I didn't weigh until 3 weeks into it. And so I'm not sure exactly where I started, but I know it couldn't have been far off from my highest recorded weight. But I say that to say this. I can tell I've lost weight. I'm getting my energy back. I'm moving better. I can stand longer. I can walk better. And all of that, my clothes are getting looser on me. For months, I couldn't button my pants. So I had to leave my zipper up and my button unbuttoned. Now I can button my pants again. So I'm seeing progress, not only on the scale, but in everyday life. And that is motivation. That's keeping me going. That's driving me to keep this journey going. And I don't plan on stopping until the weight's gone. My goal weight is around 200 pounds. To be honest with you, I haven't been 200 pounds since 6th grade. And my weight is evenly distributed. So I don't just have a big belly. I'm big from my head down to my toes. And a lot of people don't realize how much I weigh because of that. But yeah, I've got a lot of weight to lose, but I'm not going to lose it unless I do this. And you've got to get to the same mindset. You have got to be bound and determined that if you're tired of living the way that you're living, you're tired of your weight holding you back, you've got to do something about it. And it's not going to come off overnight. It's going to take time. But you've got to start. You can't keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. because tomorrow never comes. And you just got to make that mindset. For me, I woke up one morning and I was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I started. And I don't know if it'll happen the same way for you, but of course, a lot of thought beforehand had gone into, thinking about how miserable I was and how I wish my life would change. And one morning I woke up and decided to change it. So it's not worth wasting your life. Like I said, I'm 36 years old. And I don't know if I'm having a midlife crisis or what, but I've lost almost the first half of my life to my weight and missed out on opportunities and missed out on having fun. And I do not want to miss out on the second half of my life. I want to get into a relationship. I want to get married. I want to have a family. And right now it's not happening. And it's not going to happen until I do something about it, until I change. That's what I'm working on. So, I don't know. I just felt like making this video today, that hoping that it would reach somebody to give them the motivation to change their life. So, it's easy to put on the weight. It's hard to take it back off. But think about all the energy you've got stored inside of you. Put it to use, and you'll lose the weight. So, I'm Kevin. Be sure and hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video. Leave a comment down below. Where are you at on your journey? Have you started your journey? Tell me what your goals are. Let's start a conversation. I'm Kevin, and I hope this motivated you, and I'll see you in the next one.